With 250 naira per meal, dogs feel better than prisoners. Senate says, welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news update. Please click on the notification bell. The upper chamber of the National Assembly has said that 750 naira per day and 250 naira per meal, dogs feed better than prisoners in the country. The National Assembly Joint Committee on Interior, led by Adams Oshomole, stated this when Nigerian Correctional Service (NCS) came to defend its budget. When we asked to throw light on the daily budget of prisoners, the Comptroller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service (NCS), Haliru Nabuba, disclosed that 750 naira is further reduced to 720 naira after tax. The Controller General also revealed that they have 900 security dogs and to feed each dog per day is 800 naira. The breakdown of the budget according to him is that each of the prisoners is fed with 750 naira per day at 250 naira per meal. Wondering how the NCS management feed the inmates with such ridiculous amount by the market price, Oshomola said that 53,352 are more are not convicted yet. They are waiting trial. They are not guilty of any offense known to law. They are innocent under our laws. For an innocent Nigerian who is being held in a correctional home, 250 naira per meal is grossly inadequate. I wonder what they're feeding them with. They are obviously underfed. The Minister of Interior said yesterday that the NTA, rather than being correctional, is dehumanizing. I am surprised that the 2024 budget is too based on old figures. I am surprised the CG cannot based on the market forces cannot present before us the realistic amounts that could feed an innocent Nigerian who has not been pronounced guilty by any court of the land. You mean the chart is so complicated that you will need to read a book to tell us. Oshimole further caused a stare when he asked the NCS team how much it cost them to buy the quantity of the foodstuff and ingredients needed to prepare the meal for a prisoner. Oshimole said, "This is a very important assignment. A lot of Nigerians under your care are innocent. They are in prisons courtesy of big men and women who wants to teach them a lesson. Many of them are there on an offense they know nothing about. However, the system has put them under your care." Somebody said if Mandela was in a Nigerian prison for 27 years, he would have lost his sanity by the time he was released to govern South Africa. Our prisons are meant to correct the behaviors of people. They are not condemnation centers. They are not to be dehumanized. How can you look us eye to eye and tell us how you feed a grown man in Nigeria with 750 naira a day? One thing that has come out is that unconvicted Nigerian is being fed with 750 naira and you feed each of the dogs under your care with 800 naira per day. So a dog is better fed in the Nigerian prison than an innocent Nigerian in your custody. It is a policy issue. We do not know the intention of government to appropriate money to feed animals than to feed human beings. It is a major policy issue for us. Asked by the committee how the issue can be addressed, the CG disclosed that they have written to the Minister of Interior requesting for the review of the 750 naira per day to 3,000 naira per day, adding, "We are waiting for approval." We are therefore seeking the assistance of the National Assembly to approve the increment. We have made provision for the feeding of inmates, dogs, and staff on training in 6 training institutions across the country. The money is grossly inadequate. The total number of the inmates in 2023 is 81,354 nationwide, while 53,352 are awaiting trial. The budget for feeding each of them with 750 naira per day is 250 naira per meal per inmate. The CG explained that the feeding allowance per day would be reduced to 720 naira per day after the reduction of the VAT and tax. When the joint panel demanded for the breakdown of the menu being served the prisoners at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the CG and his team said they have the menu of what the prisoners should eat as breakfast, lunch, and dinner based on the locality they are being remanded. The CG, however, said they were not with the menu chart, adding that the quantity of the food and the ingredients needed to prepare it are contained in the chart. So let me say this, it is not easy. It is not easy at all. Look at what they are saying. 750 naira for a day's meal. 750 naira, we say, just somebody who is actually, what's it called? How am I going to put it? Somebody who is, as in, a dog can't they eat more. 750 for a prisoner for a day, and then 800 for. Asking myself, does it make sense? Does it really make sense? Okay. It's the same NCC that awarded himself the rationing of the food. They cook rice all with stones. The same with NYC camp. Go to Calabar and other states of Nigeria. Nothing to write home about. The toilets, the food, the water. The money borrowed is to be used by the director to build their personal houses. I'm telling you, this is so unfair. Which food is 250 again in Nigeria? Except 2 spoons of rice without fish or meat. Bulldogs eat past human being. There are criminals diverting the money for personal use. Who will speak for the dogs? No staff welfare, only inmates and dog they come and defend your budget. They should be fed with 100 naira per meal. Who asked them to commit crime? If you feed well, people do not have food to eat before they prefer to be there. Lots of person will be motivated to go into crime. It's like you didn't hear. This person who wrote this article said there's a possibility more than half of these people are coming to say thank you. There is something that happened. Do you understand? There's something that happened that is making this person to come outside and do this. Okay. No staff welfare, only inmates and dog came to defend us budget. Okay, well, they should be fed with 100. Somebody is saying they should be fed with 100 naira. Come on now. No. All right. So coming out to say, they should do this one. They should be fed with 100 naira. There are people who did not commit any crime. People who it is just by I get somebody for power and somebody step on me, and before you know the person they even tell me say no vessel, and me I come